And we all know that the earth is made up of rocks and soils, and we call that as lithosphere. And rocks are any hard or loose soft materials or particles derived from the earth made up of minerals. And two or more minerals, they combine together to form a rock, and it does not possess any fixed chemical composition. That means the rock structure or the rock composition can change from one place to another. Now, if the rock is made up of minerals, then what are minerals? Minerals are naturally occurring inorganic substances that have definite chemical composition. And certain rocks, they contain metal compounds which can be taken out or extracted in large quantities, and that is called as an ore. For example, iron ore is hematite and magnetite. Now we have three types of rocks, that is igneous, metamorphic and sedimentary. And igneous are of two types, intrusive and extrusive. So what are igneous rocks? Obviously, when a volcanic eruption takes place, the lava comes out and this lava becomes solid, and that rock which ultimately forms is called as an igneous rocks. And they are also called as parent rocks or primary rocks because all of the types of rocks originate from the igneous rocks. Igneous rocks can be divided into two different categories, that is intrusive and extrusive. When a volcanic eruption takes place, sometimes the lava does not come out and remains inside the surface of the earth and becomes solid there. So two types of rocks, intrusive and extrusive. Intrusive is when the magma solidifies inside the earth, crystals are made large, and solidification happens at great depth, and it is called as plutonic. Example is dolerite and granite. And extrusive is when the magma solidifies outside on the earth. Since it comes in direct contact with the air, it cools down faster. Minerals are formed small, and they are called as volcanic rocks also. Example, basalt. Now, igneous rocks are very hard. They do not have layers, and acidic rocks are formed when magma has high content of silica, and basic rocks are formed when magma has high content of metallic minerals. The second type of rock we're going to do is the sedimentary rock, which is also called as a secondary rock or stratified rock, because here the word strata means layers, and these rocks are made up of layers, and therefore it's called as stratified rock. Now, sometimes what happens is when the rock breaks down into smaller fragments or pieces, we call them as sediments. And these sediments are carried by the running water or wind, and they get deposited in the low-lying areas like seas and oceans. Obviously, we all know that river carries a lot of sediments with it. And these layers keep on accumulating or collecting one over the other. And over thousands of years, these sediments, they get compacted. That means they become closer to each other, they become consolidated, and they form rock-like sedimentary rocks. Now, what happens is inside the seawater, there are a lot of minerals which act like fevicol or gum, and they make these layers come together, they make these layers press down together to form a rock. Now, that combined action is called as lithifaction. So, the combined action of compaction and cementation make the loose material hard and results in the formation of a rock, and this is called as lithification. Now, what is compaction? Compaction is the pressure exerted by the overlying rocks, and cementation is a loose material bound by cementing like lime or calcium, which is present in the seawater. Now, we have three types of sedimentary rocks: mechanically, organically, and chemically formed sedimentary rock. If there is no chemical composition change, sediments just collect together to form layers and they get into a rock, then that type of rock is called as mechanically formed sedimentary rock. And they are laid by rivers and glaciers or wind. Organically formed sedimentary rocks are when the rocks are made up of remains of animals such as skeletons of fossils, corals, algae, and they get decomposed. Then we get them as petroleum, natural gas, or coal. So those rocks are called as organically formed sedimentary rock. And sometimes remains of plants and animals are buried inside these rocks, and they leave some impression so that we can study them later and find out what kind of life existed in the past. So that is called as fossils, and they are also found in the sedimentary rock. Then we have chemically formed sedimentary rock. They are formed when evaporation happens and the material turns into a rock, and that type of rock is called as chemically formed sedimentary rock. Example, rock salt and gypsum. Characteristics of sedimentary rocks: the particles consolidate commonly found in water bodies. They are found in layers. Fossils are found in these rocks, and these rocks allow passage of water. That is, they are porous in nature. They have tiny pores. They allow the water to pass through. Example, Redford sandstone, which is made up of, and limestone, which we've heard about. The last rock is the metamorphic rock. Metamorphism means changed form. That means when any rock, whether it is igneous rock or sedimentary rock or metamorphic rock, it is put under a lot of temperature and pressure, a very high temperature and pressure, and the rock changes its physical and chemical nature. Then that rock, resulting rock, is called as a metamorphic rock. Now, supposing a rock is present somewhere near magma, where the temperature is very, very high, or in a mountain building process where the pressure is very, very high, the rock changes its form, color, texture, and sometimes mineral composition also. So that kind of rock is called as metamorphic rock, and the process is called as metamorphism. Like, for example, chalk or limestone is a sedimentary rock, and it changes to marble due to high temperature and pressure. So this process sometimes even takes millions of years. So if the rock changes because of temperature, it is called as thermal. If the rock changes because of pressure, it is called as dynamic. If both the processes are applied, then it is called as a regional metamorphism. If they are metamorphic rocks are hard, well-arranged minerals, new minerals can be formed. They do not allow passage of water. That means they are permeable. Example, quartzite, marble, and graphite. Now, graphite is coal. Coal is a sedimentary rock which changes into graphite and finally into diamond. There's another thing which is called as rock cycle, which is that any rock can change into any other rock or any other form of rock, and this is called as a rock cycle. So if it is magma, it becomes solid, turns into igneous rock, breaks down into sediments, gets together into sedimentary rock, again weathers and gets back into sedimentary rock, or cause then if it is put under heat and pressure turns into metamorphic rock. This weathers into sedimentary rock. If they come in contact with magma, they can heat, they can go back to magma and again become igneous. So all the rocks are interchangeable, and therefore this is called as a rock cycle. Now rocks are important because they are used for construction. They have minerals in them, they have precious stones, they give us soil. Fossils are found, cement is made, and tools were found in the ancient times. So this is a chapter of types of rocks. Any problem, we'll discuss it in the Zoom class. Bye-bye.